from the interim information, the training experience of the officers to identify the blue M30 pills.
Oh, he has some pills
Ahora, lo que
too.
digo yo es que sí
Sheesh.
existen motivos fundamentados para acusarse de tenencia de droga narcótica.
You might need some of
que
those
no se
blues,
requiere
Janet.
el análisis usando el dispositivo Narco Pouch porque existe lo suficiente para proceder y no se requiere formalmente tal ensayo para detección del contrabando.
However, I do agree that there's no probable cause for the counterfeit mark statute.
Aunque sí estoy de acuerdo que no existe lo suficiente para proceder con la acusación formal de tenencia de
You could be right, Jerome.
moneda falsificada por las marcas falsificadas.
This is based on the definition of mark under 1441.
Ahora, bajo la definición de la palabra marcas, de la pauta estatal de 44.1441,
As well as other related definitions of service mark and trademark in the same statute.
tanto como otras definiciones de marcas de servicio y marcas relacionadas en la misma pauta estatal o federal.
All right. The court will proceed
What up,
with probable
Chacha?
cause on the narcotics drugs charge.
Vamos a proceder con los motivos fundamentados por la posesión de droga narcótica.
The state's written recommendation was $1,000 bond. Mr. Poston, would the state like to be heard further?
Lo que recomendó la fiscalía era una fianza de $1,000. ¿Quiere comentarme algo más el fiscal?
No, Your Honor.
This was
Dice
messed
que
up.
no.
Yeah, the skunk.
Miss
They,
Albert?
no, they got him with the blues,
Your Honor,
if you
this
will.
is a
Robert?
personal drug possession charge. He's steps eligible. Despite the fact that he has an ICE-hold, I'd ask that you consider releasing him to pretrial services so that he could potentially avail himself of diversion.
Lolo, thank you.
Señora juez, esta es una acusación
For the daily
de
heart.
uso personal de droga y calificaría para el programa de sentencia alternativa STEPS. Y a pesar de existir una orden de detención del Departamento de Migración, quisiera que le dejara salir bajo la supervisión de la Agencia de Servicios Previos al Juicio,
This
Pretrial
vato's
Services,
done.
para ver si califica
No face, thank
potencialmente
you.
para el programa de sentencia alternativa.
I just
Mr.
got
Poston,
on. I
just to
just got on right
clarify,
now.
Without the marks charge, would this be steps eligible?
You haven't
Señor
missed
juez,
out.
Yes.
si
Ain't no face.
procedemos
Ooh,
con la acusación de
gracias.
moneda falsificada, calificaría él por el programa alternativo STEPS. Go ahead, Mr. Post.
One moment.
Un momento.
Un momento, dice él.
Vaya.
He's got an ICE hold, Your Honor, so
John D.,
it may
thank you.
be steps eligible, but the moment he's released out of custody, the ICE hold is going to come down. He's going to be taken into federal custody.
Sheen Gators.
So
Thank you,
Dice,
Sparks.
sí existe una orden de detención de parte de migración, así es que si logra salir de la cárcel, pasaría a la custodia federal.
He's done.
So it can be screened, although I think functionally it's
Ya
somewhat
estufas.
futile.
Dice, podría ser evaluado para participar,
What up,
pero en lo
MJ?
práctico parecía cosa inútil sin resultado por ser detenido por migración.
Go take a 1-week vacation or 2-week vacation back
Right,
in
thank you.
Mexico and
Mr. Escalante,
Visit
Islam,
the
the
familia
state is saying you may
and
be
come right
eligible
back.
to participate in a drug treatment program. Would you be interested?
Señor Escalante Islava, lo que dice el fiscal es que podría usted posiblemente calificar para tomar parte en un programa de sentencia alternativa de droga. ¿Le interesaría tal programa a usted?
bro. Yeah, hey. Good to see you back, Thor.
En voz alta.
Sí.
Yes.
Right. So I will set you.
What up,
The program
Taurus?
is called STEPS. I will set you a STEPS hearing for next Monday, June 23rd at 9 a.m.
Bueno, el programa se denomina STEPS. Voy a programar una audiencia para participar o calificar
He's
para
not too bad.
participar el
He's pretty
próximo
good.
lunes 23 de junio a las 9 de la mañana.
We've had
You'll
worse.
find out next week if you qualify for the program.
Así es que la semana entrante sabrá usted si puede calificar para tomar parte en tal programa.
If you qualify and you participate, complete it successfully, they dismiss the felony charge.
Ahora, si usted califica y toma parte en el programa y lo cumple con éxito, resultará en la desestimación de los cargos de delitos graves.
If you do not qualify, then the state will proceed with the charges.
Si no cualifica, entonces procederá con el caso formal la
Oh, really,
Fiscalía.
Jerome? Sheesh. That's right. Get that money. Steps is an old
Bueno.
band
Sir,
from
I
the
am going to
UK.
impose a bond due to the hold. It's going to be $100, cash or secured, released to pretrial if posted.
Ahora, en vista de la orden de detención, voy a imponerle una fianza de $100. Si deposita la fianza y logra
$100.
salir, pasará a la
100
supervisión de la
macaronis.
Agencia de Servicios Previos al Juicio, Pretrial Services.
If the hold is lifted and you post bond of your release, conditions of your release include no drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, any monitoring as directed by pretrial.
Ahora, si logra depositar la fianza y se quita la orden de detención y logra salir, pasará a la Agencia de Servicios Previos al Juicio con las condiciones que se imponen de no consumir droga ilícita, no consumir licor y
You
no
might be
tener
onto
armas de
something,
fuego,
Teresa.
y monitoreo y participación en los programas que le recomienden ellos.
The preliminary hearing after the steps hearing is June 26 at 1:30 p.m.
Ahora, la próxima audiencia por el programa de STEPS y la audiencia preliminar se pacta para el 26 de junio a la 1:30 por la tarde.
If you fail to appear for court
They
or within
dance their way
those
to
2 dates or
freedom.
future dates, a warrant can issue for your arrest.
Ahora, si no se presenta a las audiencias, señorías, o las del futuro, se ordena su detención.
Do you understand all that, sir?
No.
¿Entiende todo lo que digo, señor?
Yes. Yes.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yes.
Yes. And Your Honor, the interpreter may inquire, does Ms. Darbert need to waive that preliminary hearing date for the 26th and set one in July like the other person?
No.
What up,
Me.
Teresa?
No, thank you.
All right, your excuse, sir. Thank
All right,
you.
for anybody that's just tuning in right now, this is going to be
Es
Pima
todo por hoy,
County.
señor. Puede retirarse. Gracias.
This is a live stream here. Hey, what up, Case? This is live. This is happening in real time right here. And Bato, he might be going to prison and he might be getting shipped out to his back to his home country, if you will. Sheesh, I wouldn't want to be in that position. Let me see. Steps is a chance to get rehab instead of probation. Writes OG 520AZ. I haven't watched in a couple weeks. I really haven't been on, Brittany. I've been on here and there. I've been a bit under the weather and other life commitments and whatnot. What's up, Case? Damn, you jumping on from one place to another. Up next on The Price is Wrong. You remind me of Charles Bronson. Damn, you went way back. You went 80s on me on that one right there. Yeah, she knocked out. She's out. Your other life is Jumpy. Okay. All right, cool. Thank you for letting me know. I was about to send the search. Yeah, I was supposed to be up like at 8 because I
All right,
said I
good
was
morning,
going to
sir.
jump
Can I
on.
get your full name, please?
But I couldn't get up.
Buenos días, señor. Dígame su nombre completo, por favor.
Miguel Ángel Peña Gutiérrez.
Miguel Ángel Peña Gutiérrez.
Thank you, Mr. Gutierrez. This is the time set for your initial appearance.
Buenos días, señor Gutiérrez. Perdóname, señor Peña Gutiérrez. Esta es la audiencia pactada para su comparecencia inicial.
Seeing you
Madison,
today on a
Wendy.
JP warrant for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and disorderly conduct with a weapon, which are felonies.
Lo estoy viendo esta mañana por una orden de detención del juzgado de paz por acusación de agresión con agravantes y agresión con arma. Es delito grave los dos.
And it looks like you do have a hold out of the Bureau of Immigration and Custom Enforcement.
Another one.
Parece que también existe una orden de detención en contra
Another
suya
one.
por el Departamento de Inmigración y Administración de Aduanas, ICE.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Tiene usted el derecho de guardar silencio. Cualquier cosa que diga podrá y será usada en contra suya.
You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Tiene usted derecho a representación legal. Voy a asignar a la oficina del defensor público del condado Pima para que lo defiendan.
And you have an attorney seated next to you for today.
Esta mañana tenemos a su lado una abogada defensora.
I'll be setting some release conditions for you.
Voy a ponerle ciertas condiciones de libertad provisional.
I've reviewed the pretrial services report.
They're only going to use it if you're
¿Ya
incriminating
ha
yourself.
revisado el informe de la Agencia de Servicios Previos al Juicio?
There is no interim complaint because it's a JP warrant.
Everybody gets an attorney, yeah.
Y no existe ninguna querella inicial por ser orden de detención del juzgado de paz.
Only because he's in the country
Excuse
illegally.
me, state's written
doesn't take
recommendation
his
is a
rights away.
$50,000 bond, which is the amount on the warrant.
La Fiscalía recomienda fianza de $50,000 de dinero efectivo y es la cantidad que se ve en la orden de
That's
arresto.
what makes America so great. That
Mr.
we all have
Poston,
the
does
same
state have any
rights,
information on
whether you're
whether
supposed to be here or not.
the weapon was actually, or if anyone was injured in this matter?
Everybody has the same rights here. What up, Victor?
Iniciar que si de hecho hubo heridos con el uso del arma.
One
What up,
moment.
Pumpkin? If you will.
Espere.
Like, you know what? Only because somebody's here illegally doesn't make them less than. You know, they're still human. They're like you and I and everybody else on here. The only difference is that they were born in a different country and they chose to come to this country for
Judge,
normally
did
for a better life.
you receive a copy of the one
Obviously, in this guy's case, that didn't. I mean, he's committing crimes and
And
whatnot.
Your
So
Honor, the
I have to
interpreter
make-
I can't defend him.
that the second charge is disorderly conduct with the use of a weapon. I may have omitted the part of the disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Señor Peña Gutiérrez, la segunda acusación en contra suya es alteración del orden público con uso de arma. Ese fue el segundo elemento de la acusación que tiene en contra suya. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, as far as the use of the weapon, it looks to be it was brandished, drawn, and pointed at the victim, causing him fear for his life.
Hey, thank you, Jackie.
Lo que dice el señor Poston es que el uso del arma fue el hecho de blandear
100%
el arma en
correct,
contra de la
Pumpkin.
víctima que le causó temor por su vida, no que se haya disparado.
All right, no injuries, it was not fired.
It does not appear so.
Sin lesiones, parece que no.
All right, thank you. Anything else from the state, Mr.
You know what? A
Poston?
lot of people don't realize
Yeah,
that
Judge.
if
Algo más de fiscalía que no dice.
once people like this start
Doctor.
losing their rights, they're gonna go after our rights
Ahora
next,
sí,
Your Honor.
Daubert.
and then we're all screwed.
Mr. Gutierrez has never before been arrested on this matter. He doesn't have any criminal history since 2002. I'd ask that
Lo
you
que dice la
consider,
abogada defensora es que el señor Gutiérrez no tiene antecedentes penales de cualquier tipo.
And
y
then
nunca
everybody's
tuvo
gonna be like,
contacto con agencias del
But I
orden
didn't want to
público
lose my
desde
rights. I just wanted the
2002.
other person to lose their rights, not
Despite
me
the ISOL
or my
that-
family. Yeah,
Correct.
that's right, Jasmine. We don't
despite
care
the
until
ISOL,
it
I'd
directly
ask that
affects
you
us.
Consider releasing him to the supervision of pretrial services. If you're unwilling to do that, I think a bond closer to $2,500 is appropriate here.
Lo que dice es que pensamos que por la falta de las circunstancias y que no hubo heridos, que pedimos que se le permita salir bajo la supervisión de la Agencia de Servicios Previos al Juicio y de no ser así, que se le rebaje la fianza a una cantidad de como 2,500 en lugar de lo que se impuso.
All right,
That
thank
one looks
you.
like he's on a good one.
Gracias.
Due to the alleged use of a weapon, I do think a bond is appropriate in this case.
Por el uso del arma en esta causa, pienso que una fianza sí es procedente.
Impose a bond of $25,000, cash or secured, release to pretrial if posted.
Lo que ordeno es que se pacte una fianza de $2,500 y que se... Did you say 25,000, Your Honor, or 2,500?
Hey, what up?
25,000.
Sugar.
$25,000 de fianza en dinero efectivo o garantizado por propiedad. Si logra depositar la fianza, pasará a la supervisión provisional de la Agencia de Servicios Previos al Juicio, Pretrial Services.
If you post that bond, sir, or if you're released, conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, no weapons whatsoever, any monitoring directed by
But drugs are
pretrial.
so good, Your Honor. I need more
Ahora, señor,
drugs.
si logra salir bajo fianza, pasará a la
Michael,
supervisión
thank
de
you
la
for the
Agencia de
follow.
Servicios Previos al Juicio.
What up,
Y las
Kirsten?
condiciones es que se prohíbe consumo de licor,
Ay,
de
I need
droga
a
ilícita
Tecate.
o posesión de armas de fuego.
Thank you for
No
that daily
contact
heart.
with the alleged
Monitoreo.
victim.
What up, Spider Monkey
Que
Mommy
no
of
tenga
4
contacto
Sheep
con la
Gators?
víctima que se alega.
All right, so your next court date is a preliminary hearing on June 26th at 1:30 p.m.
La próxima audiencia en su caso, señor, se pacta para el día 26 de junio a la 1:30 por la tarde.
That date may or may not go forward, so please keep in contact with your attorney, the public defender.
Ay, 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 Your
Esta
Honor.
audiencia
I'm
podrá
sweating
o no
bullets over
llevarse a
here, Your
cabo,
Honor.
así es que manténgase en contacto con su abogado defensor de la oficina del defensor público.
I'm going to be
If you
down
fail to appear
bad.
for court, whether it's that date or a future date, a warrant can issue for your arrest.
Man, what is he doing with
Si
his
no se
mouth?
presenta a esa audiencia o cualquier otra en el futuro, puede ordenarse su detención.
You understand all that, Mr. Gutierrez?
Yes.
¿Entiende todo esto, señor Gutiérrez? Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
You're excused for today.
Abogado,
Next.
para visitarte en tribulación.
Up next on The Price is Wrong.
Pido.
Is this it? Is it
Un
over?
abogado va a visitarte y usted puede platicar con ellos.
Are we over? What up, Raven? How's it going? I think this is it. Oh, no, is it it? Is it? Isn't it? Let's see. Damn, if it's... Oh, no, okay, cool. We're still on. We're still in the game. We're still in the... We're like EA Sports. It's
Good
in the
morning, sir. Can I
game.
get your full name, please?
Jesús
Buenos días, señor.
Lucatero
Su
Urbina.
completo, por favor. Su nombre completo.
Jesús Lucatero Urbina.
Jesús
what up, Raven?
Lucatero Urbina.
What up, Joey?
Thank you, sir. This is the time set for your initial appearance.
What up, Tita?
Gracias, señor. Esta audiencia está pactada para su comparecencia
Just for
inicial.
you,
I'm seeing today on some new charges of aggravated driving under the influence and criminal damage, which are felonies.
Oh, DUI,
Esta mañana
agua.
lo estoy viendo por acusaciones nuevas de conductor bajo influencia y de provocar daños a propiedad ajena.
Come on,
Delitos
abuelito.
graves.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Tiene usted derecho de guardar silencio, cualquier cosa que diga.
But that, you know what,
podrá
this does
usar
bother
para
me right now,
contra
especially
suya.
with the social,
You have the right to
the
hire your own
social climate
attorney.
right now in the country. Like, you're making us
Tiene
look
derecho a
bad.
contratar su propio
Agua.
licenciado.
I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Everybody should be on their base behavior right now.
Voy a designar a la oficina de abogados de oficio del defensor público del condado Pima.
And you have an attorney seated next to you for today.
Y esta mañana tenemos a una licenciada sentada a su lado el día de hoy para esta audiencia.
I'll be setting some release conditions for you, Mr. Lucatero Urbina.
Señor Lucatero Urbina, voy a ponerle condiciones de libertad provisional.
Hey, what up,
esta mañana.
Magico?
I've reviewed the pretrial services report and the interim complaint.
Ya ha revisado el informe de la Agencia de Servicios Previos al Juicio, Pretrial Services y la querella inicial.
The state's written recommendation is a $1,500 bond.
La recomendación escrita de la Fiscalía es fianza de $1,500.
Mr. Poston, would the state like to be heard further?
Señor
No, Your
Poston, ¿algo más que me quiera? Dice que no.
Right, Ms. Daubert, and also.
We need the breath out. Hey, that's a good
California
idea.
address
I'm going to
on
do that, Jerome.
Los Angeles,
I'll get
California.
on that today. That's a really
Ahora,
good
señorita
one.
Douglas, si favor me comenta de la situación de vivienda del señor, porque se ve una dirección en California en el informe de los servicios previos al juicio.
Your Honor, Mr. Lucatero Urbina tells me that he has a sister here in town and he's able to stay with her.
Your sister don't
Lo
watch
que
you
me
up in the house. You're
comunica
drunk.
el señor Lucatero Urbina es que tiene una hermana que vive aquí en el pueblo y podría estar con ella pendiente el caso.
All right, thank you. Anything else, Ms. Daubert?
I'd like you to
Algo
note
más
that,
There, Jerome. You
that
come.
this is
you're bringing out the heat
Mr.
today.
Lucatero Urbina does not appear to have any prior criminal history, nor any prior misdemeanor DUI history. There was no injury involved here. I'd ask that you consider releasing him to pretrial services.
Then I
Lo
let
que
that fool go.
dice es que el señor Lucatero Urbina no tiene antecedentes penales, ni graves ni menores, y que no hubo ninguna lesión en este incidente, y por eso pedimos que le permita salir a ser supervisado por la Agencia de Servicios Previos al Juicio.
Thank you.
Gracias.
All right, sir, I'm going to release you to pretrial services.
Señor, sí voy a permitir que salga para ser supervisado por la Agencia de Servicios Previos al Juicio,
You have,
Pre-Trial Services.
Screw
you have to
pretrial
keep in
services.
contact with them as frequently as they ask you to.
Usted debe mantenerse en contacto y comunicación con ellos, tanto como le pidan.
Other conditions include do not drive without a valid driver's license, no drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons.
Jerome, I like that one. That's right,
Otras
Teresa.
condiciones es de no conducir sin tener licencia vigente para conducir, y no consumir licor, droga ilícita, ni tener armas de fuego en su posesión.
Do not return to the incident location, and you must not leave Pima County without further order of the court.
Pretrial
No
services
debe
is like
regresar al
when they let
sitio
you
del
out
incidente ni
when you're
retirarse
waiting
del
for your
condado
court
Clima
to,
sin el previo
run its course through the
permiso
court
del
system.
juzgado.
It's
Your
kind of
next
like you're on
court date will be
probation,
July 7th at 1:30
but you're not on
p.m. for a
probation,
preliminary hearing.
if that makes any sense.
La próxima audiencia en su caso se impacta para el 7 de julio a la 1:30 de la tarde para una audiencia preliminar.
That date may or may not go forward, so please keep in contact with your attorney, the public defender.
Esta audiencia podría llevarse a cabo o no, así es que es importante que se mantenga en comunicación con su licenciado que
Pretrial
se
is a
le
joke.
designe de la oficina del defensor público del condado.
If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest.
Si no se presenta cuando debe hacerlo, puede ordenarse su detención.
Do you understand all that, sir?
Sí.
¿Entiende todo eso?
No
Yes.
sé.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lucatero
Yes.
Urbina. You're excused for today, sir.
Hey, shout out for the
Gracias.
judge, you know, for trying to say his name.
Gracias, señor Lucatero Urbina.
He's going to get on pretrial services. So he's gone. Hey, thank you, Annie, for that daily heart. Highly appreciate that. Hey,
Mr. Davis, I think that was all the Spanish speakers.
Larm, thank you for sharing the
Yes, Your
line.
Honor, I was about to ask, may I be excused?
Yes, thank you, sir.
All right, all right.
Thank you.
Shh, let's pull up all the stops.
Good morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
What do you guys think this guy did? This
Damian
youngster.
Anthony Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. This is the time set for your review hearing. I'm seeing you for the Pinal County Superior Court warrant on the ag assault.
Assault.
Looks like you have a adult probation case still pending in Pima County. Status conference on July 2nd. Does that sound about right?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so this is just tagging along until your local charges are resolved. So we'll reset the review hearing to July just to see what the status is of your local charges. All right, you're excused for today. Thank you.
That was fast.
I think
Next. All right, let's see who's up next on the. Oh no, not the
Morning, can I get your full
glasses.
name, please?
Not the glasses.
Brady Michael Reinhardt.
Thank you, Mr. Reihart.
What
This
up,
is the
Jenna?
time set for your review hearing. I'm seeing you from your out-of-county warrant from Sierra Vista Justice
Not the
Court for
glasses.
human smuggling.
Ooh, I knew it.
Your
It's those
local
glasses.
charges from, you have a case management conference coming up July 10th. Does that sound about right?
I'm telling you guys.
I thought it was the 9th.
Oh,
It
yeah,
might
and
be
the
10th.
voice?
I don't know. The paperwork I had
What
said
up,
the
Jaden?
9th.
Okay.
Yeah, the voice and the
So
glasses.
this
Oh
is
yeah,
just
and the hair.
following along
Dead
until
giveaway.
it's like a placeholder until all your local charges are resolved.
He
So we're
did
gonna
say that,
reset this
Teresa,
matter to
or
July
she did.
16th to see what's going on with your local charges.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. You're excused for today.
Thank you.
We're gonna go ahead and give him an agua for smuggling. No bueno. Yup. And you ever see somebody with glasses like that? Highly suspect. Highly suspect. Keep your eye on them. He definitely needs a flush. He needs more than a flush. Maybe a wood chipper, if you will. Well, they're kind of big to carry around. Toilet's much smaller. We could do some wakeboarding, if you will. How's your day, friend? Hey, you know what? I can't complain, Jaden. I just got up, showered, and I'm here right now. So
The house ones?
I'm hoping that we could get in Polk County. Hopefully we could do Polk County today. So that one should be starting in about 56 minutes or 55 now. So if we're able to get into Polk County, it'll be on and cracking, if you will. All right, let's see. Let's see who's up next. Polk County, Florida. What's for breakfast? I don't know yet. Polk County is great. Yeah, man. Hey, Florida never fails.
Good morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Jay Hanson, Jayhanson.
Thank you, Mr. Hanson. And middle name, Derek?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hanson, this is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today out of Green Valley Justice Court for a domestic violence assault misdemeanor.
Agua.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one, one may be appointed for you.
Maybe some avocado with
So,
toast,
sir, do you have some
Jerome.
housing that is not with Miss Elizabeth Wallace?
Yes.
Okay, where would you go?
Dallas County.
With my parents.
Are they local?
Boom, I can read them like a
They're
book.
in they're in Phoenix.
But they're in Phoenix. Okay.
I have other options too.
No
All
new
right, so I want
stickers
to
yet, but I'm
release you
working
your
on
own
some.
promise to appear for your next court date. That just means you don't have to check in with anyone other than show up for court. Your conditions of release include: do not commit any acts of domestic violence. At this time, no contact with Elizabeth Wallace.
wow.
Don't go to her residence or her work. You can return. I don't know if you had a shared residence before, but if you have any personal belongings at her residence, you can go back with law enforcement escort to pick up your things. Your next court date will be June 19th at 8:30 a.m. When you get released from jail today, you'll get an address and the date and all that for Green Valley Justice Court and also a phone number. 'Cause if you can't make it for some reason, you call them and let them know. If you don't and you don't show up, a warrant can issue for your
That's
arrest.
right, Teresa.
You understand all that, Mr. Hanson?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, sir. You're excused for today.
Paso, amigo. Hey, and if you guys could do me a favor, if you guys could go ahead and tap the screen, let's get to 20,000 taps so we can at least get to the FYP, get some more engagement here in the chat and whatnot.
No.
I don't need your money, but I do need your taps, por favor.
What's your full name, please?
Maya Harris.
Thank you, Ms. Harris. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you out of Pima County Justice Court for a criminal trespass misdemeanor, new
He's getting
charge.
released.
Also seeing you out of Tucson City Court for a number of failures to appear, multiple counts of criminal trespass, drug
Nick
paraphernalia,
Walla, thank you.
theft, assault,
Def.
additional counts of theft, assault, drug paraphernalia.
Sheesh.
All right, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. On your justice court case, ma'am, I am going to appoint Gary Grankowicz to
Ma'am?
represent you.
I
On your
thought that was a
Tucson City
dude.
Court cases, I'll appoint the Tucson City Public Defender's offices. So you'll have attorneys on both your matters, ma'am.
Oh,
On your justice court case, I will impose a
Okay.
bond. It's going to be $100, cash or secured.
Russell, thank you for the share.
If you do post the bond or if you're released, ma'am, conditions include do not return to the incident location,
Hey, what up, Justin?
which is going to be the Circle K on 4685 East Valencia.
Circle K. Ah. Come on, where's she gonna do her shopping now? Not
Your
the
next
Circle
court date's
K.
actually tomorrow, June 17th at 1 p.m. If you're still in custody, you'll be seen by video. Mr. Grankowicz, your attorney, will be there. And then on your Tucson City Court case matters, ma'am, because of the number of failures to appear and the warrants that were issued on those matters, I will impose a bond of $750. It will be cash or secured. If you do post it or if you're released, conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, no contact with any of the alleged victims, don't return to any of the incident
In Arizona, I
locations
think
for
there
any
is
of those.
QTs. I want to say,
Your
but
next court date will be June 24th at 1:45 p.m. That's next week with Judge Hale. As you can see, ma'am, when you fail to appear for court, warrants can issue for your arrest.
can
you
anybody
understand all that?
confirm from Arizona? Is there any QTs out there?
All right, thank you. You're
Okay,
excused for
thank you,
today.
Hollywood. Yeah, man, QTs definitely. The Bucky's is. I think they're gonna be opening up one next month. I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, in Arizona. I heard Bucky. I've never been to Bucky's. I just heard of them.
Good afternoon, sir. Can I get your full, or good morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Julie Dwayne Tollison.
Thank you, Mr. Tollison. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today for a failure to appear out of Saurita Municipal Court for a drug paraphernalia charge. Looks like the offense, and as well as a shoplifting. Looks like the offense date was back in 2021, and you failed to appear in 2023. So the warrant's been out for quite some time.
QT is like
All
a
right, you have the
Circle
right to
K,
remain
but on
silent.
steroids.
Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. I'm going to appoint Stan Fitzgerald to represent you in this case. I also see that you have a hold from adult probation. out
Oh,
of
next
Superior
year?
Court. I'm not seeing you on that, sir. You'll see a different judge for the probation hold. I'm just seeing a Sarita case today.
Raise
All
your head
right,
up,
because
homeboy.
of the failure to appear, I am going to impose a bond, sir, of $100 on the Sarita case. It'll be $100, cash or secured. If you do post that, sir, conditions of your release include no drugs, no alcohol, do not go to the incident location of the alleged
Oh yeah, that was
shoplifting.
coming down hard.
All right, next court date is actually tomorrow, June 17th
Kansas.
at 3 p.m. Assuming you're still in custody, you'll be seen by video. The attorney, Mr. Fitzgerald, should be there. As you can see, when you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Do you understand all that, Mr. Tollison?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. You're excused for today.
Patricia, thank you for that heart. It's like a Target of gasoline stations, Circle K, and this is the Walmart. That's right, Hollywood.
Morning. Can I get your full name, please?
Erin Adams.
Thank you, Ms. Adams. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today out of Tucson City Court for some misdemeanor charges of domestic violence assault, domestic violence criminal damage, and domestic violence disorderly conduct.
Did she say DV? Damn, that's
All right,
three.
you have
That's
the right
three
to remain
flushes right
silent.
there.
Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire an attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. All right, so ma'am, today I am going to release you on your own promise to appear. That just means you're
What?
not going to need to check in with anyone other than
She should be on pre-trial.
Do not commit any acts of domestic violence. You're free to return home. Kenneth is fine with you returning home and fine to have continued contact with you.
Agreed.
Your
Damn.
next court date will be July 22nd at 1:30 p.m. at the Tucson City Court downtown. When you get released from jail today, you'll get a sheet of paper with all the information. If you fail to appear for court, whether it's that July 22nd date or a future date, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Trial can go without you. If you're convicted at a trial in your absence but unable to be sentenced within 90 days due to warrant status, you may lose your right to a direct appeal. So it's in your best interest to show up to court. Make sure you get this taken care of. You understand all that, Ms. Adams?
Yes, ma'am.
She's gonna
Thank
go.
you, ma'am. You're
She's gonna
excused
go
for today.
beat that fool up again
Thank you.
for calling the cops. She's gonna go for the fourth one. Damn, James, you
Good morning.
ain't
Can I get your
right.
full name, please?
Celedonio Alvarez.
Thank you, Mr. Alvarez. This is the time set for your initial
Pima County.
appearance. I'm seeing you today at a Tucson City Court for some failures to appear, criminal trespass, drug paraphernalia, shoplifting, another drug paraphernalia.
Easy, thank
Looks
you
like
for
you
that,
also have
Davey.
a hold from Pima County adult probation. I'm not seeing you on that today. You'll see a different judge. I'm just seeing you for Tucson City Court stuff today. All right, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney.
Pima
Appoint
County.
the Tucson City Public Defender's Office to represent you. All right, due to the failure to appear, sir, I am going to impose a bond on your Tucson City Court cases. It'll be $200.
Thank you for that,
Cash
Daily
or
Heart, Brittany.
secured. If you do post it, sir, conditions include no drugs, no alcohol. Do not return to the incident location. Next court date's next week, June 24th at 1:45 p.m. As you can see, sir, if when you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, Mr. Alvarez?
This is live. This is live and
All right,
direct.
thank you, sir. You're excused for today.
This is happening in real time. This is not AI generated. This hasn't been rehearsed previously.
Good morning, Your Honor.
This is the
Morning,
real
sir. Can I
deal.
get your full name, please?
Yes, Thomas Lewis Bakay III.
Thank you, Dead Barbie.
One more time, your last name?
Thomas Lewis Bakay III. It's
Bakay.
Baque. Yeah.
Come again,
Thank
sir? How do you
Okay.
pronounce that?
This is the time
Thank
set
you.
for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on a new misdemeanor charge of domestic violence and disorderly conduct out of Tucson
what?
City Court. You
Yeah.
have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one, one may be appointed for you.
Yes, sir.
All right, so sir, if I release you today, do you have somewhere you can go that is not with Miss Ellis?
For sure, Jack.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna try to collect my property and probably go back to my family's house. You know, I probably have to. We just moved out here from California like 2 months ago.
Thank
so
you
I'd
guys
have
for
to
the
go
20K.
take myself out there, and if I have another court date appointed, I'd come back to that court date.
You
Or I'd
ain't
have
coming
to stay
back.
locally and just sleep in my car with my dogs or something. I'd figure it out. I do have somewhere I can go. I can go with a coworker or back to family's home. You know.
Okay, you're working here though?
Yeah, I haven't. Me and her moved out here we had new jobs and a new life and everything. You know,
Okay.
And new beatings,
And
if you
there's
will,
evidence,
in a new state.
showing otherwise of what I'm accused of. I have plenty of evidence, video evidence.
All right, sir. So I'm going to release you on your own promise to
Damn,
appear for your next
Teresa, you're a
court
real
date.
one.
That just means you don't have to check in with anyone other than showing up to
Thank you,
court.
Your Honor.
Conditions include do not commit any acts of domestic violence. At this time, no contact with Miss Laura Ellis. You can return one time with police escort to get your personal belongings out of that residence, but otherwise, no contact with her. And you have to establish a separate residence from her. next court date will
Season's
be-
beatings.
Go ahead.
The property lease of the property. What am I gonna do? Because if she doesn't pay those bills, my name's still on that. So how can we go
Well,
about
you can contact the landlord about that, about your name on.
Okay.
not gonna
Judge
be
don't
taken
care about
anymore.
that.
All right.
Sounds like a personal problem to
Your
me.
next court date is July 22nd at 1:30 p.m. at the Tucson City Court downtown. When you get released from jail today, you'll get a sheet of paper with all the information, date, time, address, etc., phone number. For some reason, if you can't make that date, you call them and you let them know. I don't know if they allow for video appearances, but you can check in about that. If you don't show up for that date, if you don't call them, let them know or anything, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Trial can go without you. If you're convicted at a trial in your absence and not able to be sentenced within 90 days due to warrant status, you may lose your right to a direct appeal. So it's in your best interest to show up to court. Make sure you get this taken care of.
I've been in years. You know, it's been a long time. It's been 6 years since my last.
All right. You understand all that, Mr.
Thank you, Your
Bishop?
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
You're going to enter not guilty pleas on your behalf. All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a nice night. All right.
All of a sudden, you're a well-behaved young gentleman, aren't you? That's what I would be thinking if I
Morning,
didn't
sir.
know
Can I
that
get
you
your
were
full name,
beating
please?
your lady.
First name is Kenneth, last name is Casher.
Thank you, Mr. Cashin. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today out of Tucson City Court for some new misdemeanor charges. of domestic violence, criminal
Ooh,
damage, and domestic
another
violence
one.
disorderly conduct. You
Awa.
have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney in certain instances, and you cannot afford one when
It
may
has
be
been a
appointed for
minute.
you. So today, sir, I'm going to release you on your own promise to appear for your next court date. That just means you don't have to check in with anyone other than making sure you show up to
Another
court.
one.
You may return to your residence. You may have continued contact with your wife. All right. The only condition of release is do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. Your next court date is July 22nd at 1:30 p.m. at the Tucson City Court. When you get released from jail today, you'll get a sheet of paper with all the information. There'll be a
Hey, what
phone
up,
number
Kay?
on there as well. For some reason, if you can't make it, you call them, you let them know to reschedule. If you don't call them, if
Maybe.
you don't show up, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Trial can go without you. If you're convicted at a trial in your absence and unable to be sentenced within 90 days due to warrant status, you may lose your right to a direct appeal.
She probably didn't give
You
that
understand
fool
the
nothing
consequences of failing to show to court,
for
sir?
Father's Day. And he was
Yes,
like,
Your Honor.
don't ma, here you go. You didn't give me
And I entered not
nothing.
guilty pleas on your behalf. You're excused for today.
Here you go. I got
you.
something for you. The monster's beast. Ay, ay, ay. He has kids, huh? What's up with this
Good morning, sir.
Picasso
Can I get your
looking
full name,
ass?
please?
It's Christopher Eagle.
Thank you, Mr. Ifa. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today out of Tucson City Court for some new misdemeanor charges of assault, domestic violence, and
Another
disorderly
one.
conduct, domestic violence. I believe your father is the listed victim.
His
You
father.
have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you.
Damn, he gave his dad
I
a
believe
toma.
I have Mr. Koken. Is it Conrad Ifa?
Yeah, it's Conrad.
All right, thank you, sir. Did you want to tell me anything?
Oh, is it dad? Is it the dad? Hey, what up, Mr. Clean? Hell
I'm
yeah.
just waiting to hear the outcome of what's going to happen with him.
Okay. Do you want further contact with your son at this time?
I have no problem having contact with him. I think he was under the influence of something and acted out of whatever. So, no, I have no problem talking to him.
Okay. Was
Thank
he
you for that,
residing with
Davey.
you previously, sir?
Yes, he was.
And he's living with him.
Wait,
Sheesh.
He's been coming and going.
All right. Would you like him to return home or would you like him to find a separate residence?
He actually has nowhere to go, so he's welcome to come here.
Damn.
But like I said, I don't know.
Hey, he gave his dad a 2-piece combo and he held back the biscuit, if you
Anything else you
will.
want me to know, Mr. Conrad?
No, I'm good.
I shouldn't have said that. Ay, ay, ay. A 2-piece chicken with no biscuit. On all the days, right? He took his Xbox from him. This is Pima County up. It's just a sad all around situation. Can't you imagine what things go through for a parent? Yeah. He beat his dad, if you will. His dad believes that he was under the influence and he let him have it.
Hold on one moment.
Yeah, this will beat his dad. Chino, nah, man, I got this cough, man. I've been having it for like 2 weeks and doesn't seem to be getting any better.
All right, sir.
Okay.
RSI.
All right, I am going to release you on your own promise to appear for your next court date. Conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, do not commit any acts of domestic violence, Your dad is okay with you having further contact with him. However, the alleged victim on your other case that's pending, Levi Allen, still no contact with her.
I've been
Okay,
actually
sort of
using it,
consolidating
a
this case,
nebulizer.
well, with the other one, CM250111957. That just means you have one court
I thought it
date
was the
to keep
dad
in track
coffee.
of,
Nah, Jerome,
okay?
it's all me.
Everything's just consolidated into one. All right. So we're going to keep your old court date, which currently is next week, June 23rd at 2 p.m. When you get released from jail today, you'll get a sheet of paper with the information. So make sure you show up to court. Otherwise, a warrant can issue for your arrest.
Man, she'll be appearing soon.
Trial also
Don't
can
you
go
worry.
in your absence. And if you're convicted at a trial in your absence and unable to be sentenced within 90 days due to warrant status, you can lose your right to a direct appeal. So it's in your best interest to show up to court and get this taken care of.
I did a virtual
Understand all that,
consultation
Mr.
yesterday.
Iqbal?
30,000 likes. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about,
And if you're
guys. Man,
not
highly
guilty, please, on your
appreciate you
behalf for
guys.
the new charges.
Hey, what up, Taylor? That's for you guys that are tapping the screen. Highly appreciate you guys. What do you guys think this young lady's here for?
All right, good morning. Can I get your full name, please?
Cassandra Marie Gillum.
¿Qué?
Sorry, one more time.
Oh, Larry.
Larry. Thank
Cassandra
you.
Marie. Yeah, sorry. I
Huh?
forgot you guys got my maiden.
All right. Ms. Lowry, this is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you out of Tucson City Court for a number of failures to appear. Looks like assault, domestic violence, criminal damage, disorderly conduct, multiple
Wow.
counts, criminal trespass, disorderly conduct, and excessive force or violence. These are
Hey,
all
what up,
old
Bill? Cool
charges. They're
things.
just failures to appear. No new charges. So out of Tucson City Court. All right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney.
Is this like
I'm going to
6,
appoint the
7
Tucson City Public Defender's Office to
DV
represent
case so
you.
far?
Because of the number of failures to appear, looks like some of these are quite old from 2022. I am going to impose a bond, ma'am. It's going to be $500, cash or secured, released. If you do postage for your released, conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, do not commit acts of domestic violence, no contact with any alleged victims, do not return to incident location. Next court date will be next week, June 25th at 1:45 p.m. If you're still in custody, you'll be seen by video, and the attorney, the Tucson Public Defender, will be there. As you can see,
Ma'am.
when you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest.
A
Do you
lot
have
of
question?
flushing.
Yeah, ma'am, those charges, I've already got the paperwork, all these charges, because it was only 2 misdemeanors. One was for my husband and one was for
All right,
Thelma.
Jerome.
They were from several years ago. They were dismissed already. Like they were dismissed when I was arrested or something. But they were dismissed like a while ago. I got the
Well, I
paperwork
see
and everything.
14 separate charges, ma'am, so you can explain that to the judge when you see the
14?
How many?
14.
How many?
14. Inútil.
Well, how was there 14? It was only 2 incidents. If you look like they refiled the same
Well, I don't know.
charges.
Sometimes there's multiple charges for one incident, but there's 14 charges. I don't know how many incidents. All right, but it looks like you have multiple files here. Okay, so you'll have an attorney. You can explain that to the judge next week.
Assault,
All right, thank you.
battery, domestic violence. Man, the list goes on. I don't even think the judge listed them all off.
Good morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Jacob Reams.
Thank you, Mr. Reams. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today out of Tucson City Court for 3 counts of domestic violence.
Another
disorderly
one.
Conduct, assault, another assault.
Agua.
All right, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one, one may be appointed for you.
Pima, the home of the domestic violence.
All right, so sir, I will be releasing you on your own promise to appear for your next court date. Conditions include do not commit any acts of domestic violence. You may have continued contact with Kyrie Kandersky, your wife, if you choose. That's up to you. You can return to the shared residence if you choose. Looks like she will not be staying.
Hey, what up, Killer Kong?
Okay. All right, your next court date, sir, will be July 22nd at 1:30 p.m. at the Tucson City Court. When you get released from jail today, you'll get a sheet of paper with all the
Agua.
information. If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Trial can go without you. If you get convicted at a trial in your absence and unable to be sentenced within 90 days due to warrant status, you may lose your right to a direct appeal. So it's in your best interest to show up to court and get this taken care of. You understand all that, Mr. Reams?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'm going to enter not guilty pleas on your behalf. You're excused for today.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You.
So that dude was there for domestic violence too. What is it, like 10 already? I don't know, but like I said, I mean, Pima should be known as the home of the domestic violence, if you will. Hey, cool, Bill, cool things. Highly appreciate that. So they definitely have a long roster to their, a long docket, if you will. Welcome to Piedmont County, home of the DV. Can I take your order? Double tap chat. Thank you.
All right, good morning, ma'am. Can I get your full name, please?
Anya Thomas.
Thank you, Ms. Thomas. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today out of Tucson City Court for some new misdemeanor charges. Assault, domestic violence, criminal
Another
damage,
one.
disorderly conduct, domestic violence. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. And ma'am, if I release you today, is there somewhere you can go that is not with Anastasia?
Correct, at my house.
She does not live with you?
She does not like me. She's off the lease, not on my lease.
All right. I'm going to release you today on your own promise to appear for your next court date. That just means you don't have to check in with anyone other than showing up for court. Conditions of your release include: do not commit any acts of domestic violence. At this time, no contact with Miss Anastasia. Your next court date will be July 17th at 9:30 a.m. at the Tucson City Court. When you get released from jail today, ma'am, you'll get a sheet of paper with all the information. There'll be a phone number on there as well. So if you can't make it for some reason, you call them and let them know. If you fail to appear for court and you don't call them in advance, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Trial can go without you. If you're convicted at a trial in your absence but not able to be sentenced within 90 days due to warrant status,
What up, Benny?
you may lose your right to a direct appeal. So it's in your best interest to show up to court, ma'am, to get this taken care of.
Thank you very much.
You understand all that, Ms. Thomas?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. I'm going to enter not guilty pleas on your behalf. You're excused for today, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And I'm allowed to go now, right? Thank you.
Man. Not much. 3:28 here in Australia. Sheesh.
Good morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
That fool looks like Logan Paul.
Thank you, Mr. Fry. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today out of Tucson City Court from some new misdemeanor charges for disorderly conduct, criminal trespass, public sexual indecency, and indecent exposure.
What?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to
Awa.
hire your own attorney. I'm going to appoint the Tucson City Public Defender's Office to represent you, sir. Also looks like you are already pending another case out of Tucson City Court, so I'm going to consolidate those two. That just means you have one court date.
What
to,
did she just
keep
say?
track of. Also ordered vacating the July 8th court date. Again, one court date to keep track of. Because you are pending another case and you got arrested on some new charges, sir, I'm going to impose a bond of $100 in this matter.
$100?
Cash or secured. If you post that bond or if you're released, conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, do not return to the incident location
Teresa.
off of Star Pass. Next court date will be next week, June 25th at 1:45 p.m. You'll see Judge Blue. You'll have your attorney will be there as well. If you fail to appear for court, sir, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Trial can go without you. If you're convicted at a trial in your absence but not able to be sentenced within 90 days due to warrant status, you may lose your right to a direct appeal. Do you understand the consequences of failing to show to court, Mr. Fry? I got to hear it out loud. Is that a yes?
Yeah. Little hamster.
I'm going to enter not guilty pleas on your behalf. You'll see a judge next week.
Yeah, it is his real hair.
Thank you. You're excused, sir.
Hey, this was straight. He's a straight maniaco. Give him one of these. Jersey Shore. This is public information. Anybody could watch this. That is correct. Yeah. Yup. What do you guys think this young lady did?
Good morning. Can I get your full name, please?
Otilia Acosta.
Thank you, Ms. Acosta. This is the time set for initial appearance. I'm seeing you today for some new felony charges of burglary in the second degree and domestic violence, aggravated assault by entering a residence.
Sheesh! She
You
kicked
have
the
right
door
to remain
down.
Silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. I'm going to appoint the Office of Legal Advocate to represent you. And you have an attorney seated next to you for today. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, Ms. Acosta. I've reviewed the pretrial services report and the interim complaint. The state's written recommendation is a $7,500 bond. Mr. Person, would the state like to be heard further?
Your Honor, on this case, State would note that this state would submit on the written recommendations and the written narrative. Thank you.
Thank you. Robert?
So, Your Honor, Ms. Acosta, I'm looking at the state's written recommendations, which indicate a significant criminal record, but my review of the pretrial services report indicates no criminal history whatsoever. She does have family support. She has verified housing separate and apart from the victims. She's employed full time. I understand that these are serious charges, but given her total lack of criminal history and her available housing, I'd ask the court to release her to the supervision of pretrial services.
All right, thank you.
I don't know. I think it's a combination of whatever's in the water
Ms. Daubert, if you
and what's
can
in the
ask
air.
Ms. Acosta regarding if they have a family court case pending regarding the child.
Anybody from Tucson, can you guys confirm or deny? What is it? Is it the water or the air, or the combination of both? There has to be somebody here from Pima County or Tucson, if you will. Water is like toxic. Ay, ay, ay. What do you guys think that the father wanted to come see his kids, or she wanted
Your
to?
Honor, there are no visitation or custody orders in place. Ms. Acosta indicates that she knows that that's something that she needs to take care of, and that the court's inquiring in order to address release conditions. We would ask to
Not the birria.
maybe have some sort of supervised visitation in place with the child.
Shit, we just
She
hit
is
40,000
concerned
Ks.
about
Thank you.
The child.
I like your energy, guys, today. I love your energy. Is she crying now? No, she ain't crying. She probably tried to surprise the dude with the kid. The dude probably had another chick up in his crib, and she kicked the door down. She probably put hands on both the dude and the girl. She let everybody have it. She was handing out 2-piece combos like it was a thing to do, pushing this out to the FYP. Thank you, Jaden Holly. I appreciate that. Throw the water in the birria instead of the beef broth.
Okay.
She's not having it. It's ay, ay, ay.
Ms. Acosta, I am going to release you to pretrial services. Conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, no acts of domestic violence,
She
no
gave him a knuckle
weapons.
sandwich.
Any monitoring or treatment is directed by pretrial. You have to keep in contact with them as frequently as they ask you to. No contact with Mr. Brian Mills unless it's about parenting, about the shared child or children if you have multiple. Again, no contact with him to his residence or his work unless it's about drop-off, pick-up with any children. Any communication regarding parenting or the shared children should not include any threats or intimidation. No unsupervised contact with the minor child, I believe is the alleged victim in the case. All right, next, and I don't know if DCS is involved, but if DCS is involved, any terms prescribed by DCS. All right, your next court date, ma'am, will be a preliminary hearing on July 7th at 1:30 p.m. That date may or may not go forward, so please keep in contact with your attorney, Office of Legal Advocate. If you fail to appear for court, whether it's that date or a future date, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Do you understand all that, Ms. Acosta?
I understand.
Thank you. You're excused
She
for
don't
today.
care. She'll go hit that fool upside the head with a pan for calling the cops. Whatever his name is, he better be scared.
All right, good morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Jeffrey Bleakmore.
Middle name, Wayne.
Wayne.
All right, thank you, Ms. Bleakmore, or Mr. Bleakmore. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on some new felony charges of possession of dangerous drugs and possession of drug paraphernalia. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney and appoint the office of legal advocate to represent you, and you have counsel seated next to you for today. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, sir. I've reviewed the pretrial services report and the interim complaint. State's written recommendation is screened for steps released to pretrial. Is that correct, Mr. Poston?
It is.
Thank you. Ms. Daubert?
Nothing to add.
Mr. Bleakmore, the state is saying you may be eligible to participate in a drug treatment program. It's called STEPS. Would you be interested?
Ma'am.
Okay. I will set you a STEPS hearing. Again, that program is called STEPS for next Monday, June 23rd at 9 a.m. They do a screening. You'll find out that day if you qualify. If you don't show up, they're not going to consider you. So it's very important that you show up. All right, I will release you to pretrial services, sir. You have to keep in contact with them as frequently as they ask you to. No drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. And Ms. Daubert, waive time for the preliminary hearing date.
That's
Yes,
my
Your Honor.
birthday. That's right,
Preliminary
Teresa.
hearing will be July 31st at 1:30 p.m. So that date, sir, is pushed out so that if you do qualify for the program, then you have time to complete it. If you complete it successfully, they dismiss the felony charges. All right. If you fail to appear for court, sir, a warrant can issue for your arrest, so it's important that you show up next week. You understand all that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bleakmore. You're excused for
I
today.
wonder what are
Right,
what
thank
are
you.
the statistics like on steps? How many people actually take advantage of that program and actually get clean? Does
Morning,
it
sir. Can I
work?
get your full name, please?
James Harris.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today for some new felony charges, possession of a weapon by prohibited possessor, and unlawful flight from law enforcement. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney.
Right,
And appoint the
Amanda?
Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you.
50,000.
attorney sitting
Damn,
next to you
hell
for
yeah.
purposes
Thank
of
you.
today.
Thank you, Jaden.
I'll be setting some release conditions for you, Mr. Harris. I have reviewed the pretrial services report and the interim complaint. The state's written recommendation is a $10,000 bond.
What up,
Mr.
señorita?
Poston, would the state like to be heard further?
Your Honor, his prior prison time was on probation, and we're looking at lack of community or significant community time. The state submits on the written record otherwise.
All right, thank you. Ms. Daubert?
Hey, what up, Kimberly?
Your Honor, Mr. Harris, I'm sure that this is concerned based on the pretrial services report. He does have a place to stay. His girlfriend's mother lives here in town.
What?
He also has an aunt in Phoenix.
No. Assist.
A sister.
Oh.
Thank you. No, that was my bad.
I think he tried to
I
outrun
would
the
ask
cops.
you consider releasing him. According to the pretrial services report, he has one prior felony.
You gotta get a
in
tapper,
his history.
Jaden.
If you're unwilling to release him to the supervision of pretrial services, I'd submit an $1,100 bond is appropriate here.
All right, thank you. I'll impose a bond of $2,500 in this case. It will be cash or secured, released to pretrial services if bond is posted. So if you do post that bond or if you're released, conditions include do not drive without a valid driver's license, no drugs, no alcohol, no weapons whatsoever. Any monitoring treatment is directed by pretrial services. You must not leave Arizona without further order of the court. Your next court date, Mr. Harris, will be June 26th at 1:30 p.m. for a preliminary hearing. That date may or may not go forward, so please keep in contact with your attorney. If you fail to appear for court, whether it's June 26th or a future date, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Do you understand all that, Mr. Harris?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir. You're excused for today.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I didn't catch the defense agency.
A public defender's office.
Thank you.
Public Pretender's Office. Hey, thank you for that gift, Holly. I appreciate that. That heart me. All right, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Hey, thank you for that. Is
Good
that a
morning, sir.
little
Can I get your
doggy?
full name, please?
Paco Eugene Kimball.
Thank you, Mr. Kimball. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing today for some new charges of domestic
Evening
violence
now.
assault, disorderly conduct, preventing the use of a telephone in an emergency, result of felony domestic violence or threatening, intimidating. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the
Was
right
that
to
a
hire your
cat?
own attorney. I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. Name attorney seated next to you for today. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, sir, but before I do, I did have a question about the felony. The only felony charge on here is the domestic violence, threatening, intimidating. And it's under 13-1202. A2. Excuse me, 1202 B1. 1202 B1. Not sure that there's probable cause for that charge. Would either party like to be heard further on that?
Hey, thank you, John D.
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
So I'm going to be dismissing that charge without prejudice, no PC. Okay. All right, I'll be setting some release conditions for you, Mr. Kimball. I've reviewed the pretrial services report and the interim complaint.
I've been sick for like 2 weeks.
Recommendation is a $10,000 bond. Did not receive a Form 4. All right. Mr. Poston, anything further from the state?
No, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Dauber?
Oh, California is going to be
Your Honor, I understand
next week.
that these are serious charges. However, the victims have indicated that they would like further contact. Mr. Kimball's welcome to return to their home. He has some history, but the most recent charge is from 1986. So given the distant nature of that criminal history and the victim's position, I'd ask that you release him to pretrial services.
Damn, he had a good run, almost 40 years without getting a new case. He messed that streak up. Hey, thank you, Jonathan Ali. Appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and with a why?
All right. So, Mr. Kimball, I am going to release you to pretrial services. Conditions of that release include no acts of domestic violence, no drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, any monitoring directed by pretrial. You may have further contact with your wife and I think it's your daughter there. However, you must establish a separate residence for the time being. You can return
That's
with law
right,
enforcement escort to
Dublin.
pick up some personal belongings, but I'm ordering that you must establish separate residence from alleged victims at this time until further order of the court.
If you will.
Export date will be July 7th at 1:30 p.m. for a preliminary hearing. That date may or may not go
Oh, thank
forward,
you,
so
Annie.
please keep in
Ooh,
contact with your attorney and
little
public
doggy.
defender. If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, Mr. Kimball?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much for today.
Damn, Annie, you're making it rain today.
I'm good. I'm moving out. So that's all good. Thanks.
Oh, so nice. So nice.
Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
He beat his wife.
Carlos Manuel Modesto.
All right, thank you, Mr. Modesto. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today for some new felony charges for burglary the 3rd degree and possession of burglary tools. Just so you know, it looks like there is a probation violation
60K.
warrant out of El Paso, Texas for you. I'm not seeing you on that, but just letting you know that that's out there. All right, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. And if counsel seated next to you for purpose of today, I'll be setting some release conditions for you, sir. I've reviewed the pretrial services report, the interim complaint. The state's written recommendation is a $5,000 bond. Mr. Poston, would you like to be heard further?
State submits on the written record.
Thank you. Ms. Daubert?
Your Honor, I'd ask that you consider releasing Mr. Modesto to the supervision of pretrial services. I'd further ask that you consider authorizing him to return to El Paso in the release conditions so that he can take care of this warrant for his arrest. And that's where his housing and support is. allowing him to come back to face these charges.
This is
he does
Arizona.
have a limited criminal history. This is a nonviolent property crime. But that out-of-state support was confirmed by pretrial services.
Man, Justin, I wouldn't mind getting some ice right now. My throat's a little bit my throat is a little bit sore right now. So I'll even take some ice cream right now. Ice cream or ice, whatever. It'll I think it'll soothe me right now, if you will. But then my wife will probably tell me like, you shouldn't be eating ice cream. You're sick, or you got a cold. Just give me some ice. Somebody, anybody, if you will. Ice cream, yeah. El Paso, Texas, ain't that far from me, yup. So yeah, this is gonna be Pima County in Phoenix.
Given
That's
the
right.
allegations in the interim, I do think that a bond is appropriate. Impose a bond of $5,000. It will be cash or secured, released to pretrial services if bond is posted. Mr. Modesto, if you post that bond or if you're released, conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, no monitoring.
Careful how you ask for ice.
Pretrial, not return to the incident location.
What up? I am not.
Victim.
Or I am
Next
Anthony.
court date is June 26th at 1:30 p.m. for a preliminary hearing. That date may or may not go forward, so please keep in contact with your attorney. If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, Mr. Modesto?
Sure.
All right, thank you, sir. You're excused for today.
All right, so we got about 13 minutes before. Hopefully, I'm hoping we're able to get into Polk County. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna try to log in right now to the Microsoft meeting, so like that we're ready.
Good morning, ma'am. Can I get your full name, please?
Mariah Elizabeth Redmond.
Thank you, Ms. Redmond. This is the time set for initial appearance. I'm seeing you on a post-indictment matter from Pima County Superior Court, CR 2025-2228. The charges for possession of drug paraphernalia. Also seeing you for a failure
thank
to
you,
appear
Jaden.
out of
Highly
Tucson
appreciate
City
you.
Court for driving under the influence and drug
Yo,
paraphernalia.
thank you for the follow.
It looks like you're also being held by an adult probation hold as well. I'm not seeing you on the adult probation hold. You'll be seen by Superior Court judge on that later. Just seeing you on.
Hey, I
the
gotta recognize you guys because
charges and the
without you guys, nobody will be watching.
All right,
You
you
know,
have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right
you
to
gotta
hire your own
recognize where you
attorney.
know where it's
For
due.
your felony case, I will appoint
What up, Joe?
Douglas Taylor, to represent you. I'll be sending some release
Thank you,
conditions
John
for
D.
you, ma'am. I've reviewed the pretrial services report and the interim
62K.
complaint. The state's written recommendation
Sheesh.
is a $1,500 bond. Mr. Poston, would the state like to be heard further?
Thanks further.
Thank you. Ms. Robert?
I'll probably be on tonight. Yeah.
Your Honor, given that there is a probation
him?
hold, we'd ask for a nominal bond in this drug possession case. She was unaware if a warrant was issued.
Low bonds.
I'd ask for a $500 bond.
500.
Thank you. Mr. Redmond, I will impose a $500 bond on your post-indictment case. It will be cash or secured, released to pretrial services if bond is posted.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Conditions of your release include no drugs, no alcohol,
I think
no
that's the
weapons,
name.
any monitoring directed by pretrial. Next court date is next Monday, June 23rd at 1:30 p.m. You'll actually see me. If you fail to appear for court, as you can see, a warrant can issue for your arrest. And then on your city court matter, ma'am,
No, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that comes down here.
Earlier this year, charges are from 2024. There was a bond amount on the warrant from city court, so I will impose a bond on this one as well.
You have to pay.
$50. It'll be cash or secured. Conditions include do not drive without a valid driver's license, no drugs, no alcohol. I will appoint the Tucson City Public Defender's Office. You'll have an attorney on your city court case too. Your next court date will be June 24th at 1:45 p.m. That's next week as well. As you can see, ma'am, when you fail to appear for court, warrants can issue for your arrest. It's in your best interest to keep up with your court dates and keep in track with your
Man, I wish I had
You understand all
EBT.
that?
I'll be buying some steaks
All right,
and
thank you,
some
Ms. Redmond. You're
ice
excused for
cream,
today.
cookies and milk. Oh yeah, the eggs. Can't forget about the eggs. I've been low on the eggs. Damn, Mr. Clean looks like he's down. He's down bad. Yeah, but hey, thank you, Teresa. Thank you. I highly appreciate it. Yeah. Man down aisle one. Mr.
All
Burns.
right. Good morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Brian David Thompson.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Thompson. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on some new felony matters of possession of narcotic drugs, possession of dangerous drugs, drug paraphernalia. We also have some Tucson City Court misdemeanor charges for interference with judicial proceedings. There's multiple counts of that, as well as failures to appear out of Tucson City Court for drug paraphernalia.
So
You
bond
have
is
the
to
right
get out
remain
of jail.
silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. For your felony matters, I will appoint the Tucson or the Pima
Hey, what
County
up, lovely
Public Defender's
Gigi?
Office to represent you. And you have counsel seated next to you for today. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, Mr. Thompson. I have reviewed the pretrial services report and the interim complaint.
Yeah, hey, man, I
The
appreciate you
state's written
guys.
recommendation is a $2,500 bond and screen for steps. Mr. Poston, is that correct?
It is, Your Honor. It's looking at the 6 out of 6 twice over in the NVCA. Yes, that said, the charge is what it is.
All right, thank you. Ms. Daubert?
Your Honor, I'd ask that you consider releasing Mr. Thompson to the supervision of pretrial services, given that he does appear to be steps eligible. I'd also like you to note that his most recent felony case is from 2019, and it appears he successfully completed probation. So there is a demonstrated record of an ability to comply.
Thank you. And Ms. Daubert, this court is inclined to impose a bond on the city court case. Would you like a nominal bond on the felony?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Thompson, the state is saying you may be eligible to participate in a drug treatment diversion program for your felony charges. Would you be interested?
Yes.
All right. So, Mr. Thompson, that drug treatment diversion program is called STEPS. I will set you a STEPS hearing for next Monday, June 23rd at 9 a.m. They do a screening to see if you actually qualify. If you do qualify, you'll be notified next week, and then you can participate in it. If you are qualified, you successfully complete the program, they dismiss the felony charges. If you do not qualify, then they'll pursue they may or may not pursue the felony charges. All right, next court date after that will be a preliminary hearing on June 26th at 1:30 p.m. I will impose a nominal bond of $100. In this case, cash or secured, released to pretrial if posted. Please keep in contact with pretrial services as frequently as they ask you to. If you do post the bond or if you're released, no drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. All right, on your Tucson City Court case, because of the failures to appear as well as the nature of the new charges, interference with judicial proceedings, or allegedly violating an active order of protection, I will impose a bond of $500, cash or secured. I'll appoint you the Tucson City Public Defender's Office. You'll have an attorney. If you do post bond on your city court matter, sir, conditions include
No way.
not committing acts of domestic violence, no contact whatsoever with the alleged victim, don't go to her house or anything like that, any and all terms of the active order of protection.
Wish I wasn't seeing him out here. Damn it. If that is your dad,
Next
that's a
court
trip.
date is going to be next week, June 23rd at 1:30 p.m. at the Tucson City Court. If you post bond and for your release, sir, it's up to you to make sure you get to that court date. If you're still in custody, you'll be seen by video and the attorney will be there. All right. If you fail to appear for court, whether it's that June 23rd date or future date, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Trial can go without you. If you're convicted at a trial in your absence but unable to be sentenced within 90 days due to warrant status, you may lose your right to a direct appeal. Do you understand the consequences of failing to show to court, Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
All right, thank you. I'll enter not guilty pleas on your behalf on the misdemeanors. You're excused for today, sir. Thank you.
Indra? Thompson.
Good morning. Can I get your full name, please?
Deborah Ventura.
Thank you, Ms. Ventura. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on a new felony charge for possession of burglary tools, criminal damage, and burglary in the second degree. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you, and you have an attorney seated next to you for purpose of today. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, Ms. Ventura. I've reviewed the pretrial services report, the interim complaint. The state's written recommendation is a $1,000 bond. Mr. Poston, would the state like to be heard further?
Nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Staubert?
Your Honor, I'd ask that you consider releasing Ms. Ventura to the supervision of pretrial services. There's some clear mental health issues here. The allegations are that she drilled a hole into the wall between her apartment and her neighbor's apartment.
What?
Which is where the second degree burglary charges come from.
Damn, she watched Ocean 11's one too many
Honestly,
times.
it also doesn't even appear that this is drug related because they served a search warrant on her house and there's no indication that they found paraphernalia or drugs of any sort.
That's right, 626.
She has no criminal history whatsoever from my review of the pretrial services report. For those reasons, I'd ask you to consider releasing her to the supervision of pretrial services.
This guy straight went Ocean's 11 on us over here.
All right, thank you. Ms. Ventura, I am going to release you to pretrial services. Conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. Any monitoring treatment is directed by pretrial. No contact with your neighbor, the alleged victim. Don't try to go find him. But because you are neighbors, if you and the alleged victim are both outside your residence or your unit or in any shared common space at the apartment, you are to go inside your house or to leave the premises.
Like, obviously, she wasn't in the right state of
Next
mind.
court date will be preliminary hearing on July 7th at 1:30 p.m. That date may or may not go forward, so please keep in contact with your attorney, the public defender.
Because there's only
Details
one
to clerk
suspect,
report
is the
whether it's that
neighbor.
July 7th date or a future date, a warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, Ms. Ventura?
Yes. How do I pay a bond?
That's right, Carson. She
I'm releasing
gators.
you, ma'am, to pretrial services. You just have to keep in contact with that agency.
Like, what did
Thank
she
you.
wake up to? She's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to drill
Good
through
day,
my
Ms. Ventura.
neighbor's wall today and break into their house. They're
Thank
not
you,
going
Your
to
Honor. I
notice.
think we're done, yeah?
I think so. All right. Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
Sheesh. All right. Hopefully, I'm hoping right now what I'm going to do, so I'm waiting for, so right now while we wait, so right now I'm going to switch it over to Maricopa, but I want to get into, what is it, Florida. So this is what I'm going to do here. Just in case we don't get into Florida, I'll have Maricopa as a backup. Damn, James, you have all these courts on speed dial? Hell yeah. Let's see, Polk County. Let me see here. And for you guys that don't think this is real, like this is real time here, you guys are seeing it right here firsthand. Just to get into this meeting right quick. Hopefully they started. I'm hoping they should have court today. Let me see. All right, there you guys. You guys see me right there. Let me turn off my camera. I'm gonna turn off my microphone and let's try to join up. All right, there it is. So we're just waiting for them to let us in. This court normally starts at 11 a.m., which it is right now. It starts at 1 o'clock in Florida. So, you know, with the time difference and whatnot, I should be starting up soon. So I'm hoping they let us in. If they don't, I got Maricopa as a backup. So we got two right here. So we'll get something or the other. Crime happens everywhere, y'all. 70. Damn, we hit 70,000 K. Thank you, guys. Highly appreciate you guys. It's 2 p.m. in Florida. Okay, I mean, well, shit. Well, court starts at 2 then, I guess. I think it's at 2. I hope so. Or is it at 10? I don't know. I don't remember, man. My mind is all over the place sometimes. Let me see. So we're off to Florida. Hey, thank you. Hey, hopefully, Anthony, hopefully that is the case. So right now we're just waiting. We're waiting for something to start up. One or the other. One or the other. So hey, I do appreciate you guys. I see we're on our way to 100,000K. I really didn't think it was gonna be possible, but shit, hey, as long as you guys are tapping, then I guess anything's possible. Let me see. Can you try to do Palm Beach one day? Let me check it up, Kimberly. Let me check if I can find Palm Beach. Let me see. Palm Beach, Florida. What kind of cases do you guys think we'll have there? Palm Beach, Florida. Court. All right. Last time we talked, he was mad because I didn't give him cash, but bet I'll be bonding him out. Sheesh. Ah, wow. Justin DV. All right, so nothing started up yet. We're still waiting. It looks like both of these courts are running. They're running late today. Hey, thank you for that right there. Who sent that? We don't have anything like this. Yeah, it's, you know what, it's that I get that a lot. A lot of people say that it's a U.S. thing, the way things operate. I don't think anywhere else in the world operates like the U.S. when it comes to these court hearings. I know people from Canada tap in. They're like, nope, they don't do it like that here. In the UK, I know they don't do it like that either. New Zealand, I got 6 months of probation left. Can't wait to be done. Hell yeah, that's what's up, Justin. Let me see. I did from Australia. All right, we're still waiting. We are still waiting, as you guys can see behind me. So, oh, we got Arizona starting up. All right, cool. Then I guess I mean, yeah. So we'll hang out in Arizona. If the other state starts up, then we'll go ahead and switch it up. All right. Hello, Governor. The Wizinator. That's right, Bex, if you will. Hurry up, Florida. Yup. I want to say the court starts at 11. But I haven't been on that court for quite some time, so we'll see. Much love from the UK. Thank you. Highly appreciate you guys. We do get a lot of love from the UK out here. $25K to go. Sheesh. How is everybody doing today? Hopefully you guys are doing good. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. I know I did. 319 Ace, thank you for the follow. Highly appreciate that. And be like Ace, hit that follow button. It's free 99 to follow. It doesn't cost you a thing. All right, looks like we got the audio on. And let me move this down here. I hope we don't have that judge from last night. That judge from last night is super loud. Who was on here from last night? Hey, what up, Matthew? How's it going? Who's winning right now in the NBA? You gotta bless us with those stats, if you will. Yeah, she was screaming. She wasn't a good one. I'm late. What court is this? This is gonna be Arizona, Maricopa County, if you will. Hey, just a small town girl. Thank you. Highly appreciate that gift. $80,000. Sheesh. We'll go ahead and do a complimentary drop one, flush one. I love Maricopa. Oh, they made it full screen. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let me move this here. I like how they raise the camera up now, so like that we don't get blocked off with the unmute button. Hey, cool breaks. Thank you for the follow. Highly appreciate that. I live in Maricopa County. Sheesh. Hey, proceed with caution, Mama Bear. It's dangerous out there.
Yes, but I just wanted to let you know.
What do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer, which court do you prefer? Maricopa or Pima? If you had to choose in between one of them.
Okay, and the interpreter's online.
This one, first option. Hey, what up, C1117 or 111716? Welcome back. Do you have a collect call from? Hey, what's up, Drew? Hey, thank you. Highly appreciate that follow. It's Chad from YT. Yeah, I remember Chad. Yeah, I know. I be knowing. 14,000 to go. No. Sheesh, we're about to be hitting 100,000 taps, if you will. Oh, who sent that? Was that a Ninja Star? Hey, thank you, Patricia. Highly appreciate that. The Starlight Compass.
I have 23 and number 12. It's a 20 friend.
And right now while we wait, let me check if we got any action on nothing yet on Florida. Let me see. Let me try to refresh it.
All right.
Oh, never mind. Here we go.
Good morning. You may be seated.
Oh, yeah, she's an angry typer. Hey, thank you, Chad. Gracias. Patricia, gracias.
All right. This is the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar for June 16, 2025. I am Commissioner Elizabeth Campbell. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Persons appearing before this court are reminded that they have the right to remain silent and that anything they say could be used against them. Most of you have qualified for a court-appointed attorney. If you have not qualified for a court-appointed attorney, or even if you have, you may retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I will be calling you up individually when your name is called. Please proceed to the podium at the conclusion of your matter. Detention officers will have paperwork for you. That paperwork will detail my orders in your case. It will also have the dates, times, and locations of your future hearings. All right. Oh, I forgot. We have the interpreter on the phone.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Ah, not the Timo interpreter.
So sorry. Should I start over?
No, I believe I can do that.
Oh, he sounds pretty good.
I apologize. Go ahead.
Thank you. Buenos días, soy la comisionada Elizabeth Campbell esta es la orden, esa es la lista de comparecencias de las 11 de la mañana de junio 16 del 2025. La orden sobre la toma de huellas dactilares y ADN, que fue emitida el primer día de este mes en la primera lista de comparecencia, también aplica a las casos de hoy. Recuerde que si usted dice algo en esta audiencia, podrá ser usado en su contra. Después de que le llame y pase usted al podio, vamos a repasar sus acusaciones y después de haberlo hecho, va a recoger un documento.
You know, Nicole, I wouldn't be surprised if they outsourced the call centers for the translations.
All right.
I think that's why they're so
We're gonna start
terrible.
This morning with Luis Espinoza Lopez, please.
Empezaremos esta mañana con Luis Espinoza López.
But
Por
that's
favor.
just a guess on my part. $0.10 an hour. Yeah, you're not lying.
All right, Mr. Lopez, please state your name for the record.
Señor López, por favor diga su nombre para que conste en actas.
Luis Espinosa López.
Luis Espinoza López.
And Mr. Lopez, what is your date of birth?
Su fecha de nacimiento.
15 de enero del 98.
January 15th of 98.
Thank you. And
What
you
up,
were
Bells?
arrested yesterday on charges of transportation and or sale of narcotic drugs, a Class 2 felony.
Usted fue arrestado el día de ayer por transporte o venta de drogas nocivas, siendo un delito categoría 2.
And money laundering, a Class 3 felony.
Y lavado de dinero, un delito categoría 3.
I'm not doing too bad. How are you doing?
I did find probable cause for those violations.
Determiné que existe un motivo fundado para vincularlo a las acusaciones
And I am appointing you an attorney.
y le estoy asignando un abogado.
I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 23rd at 8:30 and the next one on June 25th at 8:30.
100,000 taps.
Estoy programando dos audiencias para usted. La primera es el 23 de junio a las 8:30 y la segunda el 25 de junio a las 8:30.
Both of those hearings will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Y estas dos audiencias se ventilarán en el Tribunal Superior del Condado de Maricopa en el centro de la ciudad de Phoenix.
Hey, thank
I
you,
am
Kelly
setting a
626.
cash
Thank
only
everybody for
appearance
tapping.
bond in your matter in the amount of $100,000.
En su caso, estoy fijando una fianza de $100,000 en efectivo solamente.
In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to other release conditions, including electronic monitoring.
Si es que usted deposita la fianza y se le pone en libertad, usted está sujeto a otras medidas cautelares, incluyendo monitoreo electrónico.
Okay, go ahead, step to left. Officer has your paperwork.
He was a connect
Hacia la
right there.
izquierda, tome su documento.
He was a little Chapo Guzman, if you will.
All right. Eloisa Valenzuela, please.
Eloisa Valenzuela, pase por favor.
But he got. That's it. His Pablo Escobar days are over.
Good morning, ma'am. Please state your name for the record.
Buenos días, señora. Por favor, diga su nombre para que conste en actas.
Eloisa Ibarra Valenzuela.
Eloisa Ibarra Valenzuela.
And Ms. Valenzuela, what is your date of birth?
Su fecha de nacimiento, señora Valenzuela.
10/31 del 87.
10/31 of 87.
All right. And you were arrested yesterday on charges of DUI, a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Agua, water.
Se fue arrestada el día de ayer bajo acusaciones de conducir bajo los efectos del alcohol. Esta es una falta categoría 1.
And I apologize, your arrest was earlier today.
Y mis disculpas, usted fue arrestada el día de hoy.
DUI with a BAC of .08 or more.
Que tenía una concentración de alcohol en la sangre de
Damn, she was
0.08 o
partying.
más.
She was in a good
That's
one.
also a misdemeanor. And exceeding the I'm sorry.
That's right,
Go ahead, Your
Jaded.
Honor.
No, the DUI with a BAC of .08 or more, a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Entonces, este DUI es de 0.08 o más. Esta es una falta categoría 1.
And exceeding the posted speed by more than 20 miles per hour, also a misdemeanor.
Y exceder la velocidad, el límite de velocidad por más de 20 millas, también es una falta.
I did find probable cause for all of those, and I am appointing you an attorney.
Determiné que existe un motivo fundado para vincularla a estas acusaciones y estoy nombrando un abogado para usted.
In your new matter, I am setting a hearing in the Arrowhead Justice Court on June 19th at 8:30 a.m.
En el nuevo caso, estoy programando una audiencia en el juzgado de la ciudad de Arrowhead. Este es para el junio 19 a las 8:30.
In your new matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $150.
$150.
Y en su nuevo caso, estoy fijando una fianza en la cantidad de $150.
Now, you are also here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in your matter before that court.
Y también se encuentra aquí porque se emitió una orden de detención en su contra por parte del departamento del sheriff del condado Maricopa por no haber comparecido a este caso, en este caso.
In that matter, I am not appointing you an attorney because if you were eligible to have an attorney appointed, one should already have been appointed for you.
Ahora no estoy nombrando un abogado para usted en esa causa porque si usted hubiese calificado para uno en ese caso, ya se lo hubiesen asignado.
You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you.
Por supuesto, usted puede contratar a su propio abogado y pagar de su propio bolsillo.
I am setting two hearings in that matter, the first on June 23rd at 8:30 and the next one on June 25th at 8:30.
Estoy programando dos audiencias para usted. La primera es el 23 de junio a las 8:30 y la segunda el 25 de junio a las 8:30.
Just tired.
Both of those hearings will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Y estas dos audiencias se ventilarán en el Tribunal Superior del Condado Maricopa en el centro de la ciudad de Phoenix.
In your Maricopa County Superior Court matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750.
Y en el caso del Tribunal Superior del Condado Maricopa, estoy fijando una fianza en la cantidad de $750 para asegurar su comparecencia.
Go ahead, step to the left.
Pase a la izquierda.
All right, Mr. Interpreter, that's everybody I have marked as needing your services this morning, but could you? You got one more. Oh. We have one more, at least one more. And I'm sorry, officer, who is it?
Number one. Fuentes Escalante.
Oh, thank you. All right, Mr. Escalante, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Señor Escalante, diga su nombre para las actas.
Nestalí Fuentes Escalante.
Perdón, ¿Nestalí qué?
Fuentes Escalante.
Nestalí Fuentes Escalante.
All right, Mr. Fuentes Escalante, what is your date of birth?
¿Cuál es su fecha de nacimiento, señor Fuentes Escalante?
El 21 del 88.
21st of 88.
What is the month?
¿Y en qué mes?
El 21 de 1988.
The 21st of 1988.
Mes 4.
On the 4th month.
Thank you. All right, you were arrested yesterday on charges of resisting arrest, a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Ok, gracias. Usted fue arrestado el día de ayer por desobediencia de particulares ante la autoridad pública. Es una falta categoría 1.
And obstructing a public highway or thoroughfare, also a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Y también obstaculizar una autopista pública o una vía pública. También es una falta.
I did find probable cause for both of those violations.
Determiné que existe un motivo fundado para vincularlo a las dos acusaciones.
Because of the nature of the charges, you are not entitled to have me appoint an attorney here for you today.
Debido al carácter de las acusaciones en su contra, usted no reúne requisitos para que se le asigne un abogado aquí el día de hoy.
However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you.
Sin embargo, y por supuesto, usted puede contratar a su propio abogado para que lo represente.
I am setting a hearing on July 2nd at 1 p.m. in the Goodyear Municipal Court.
Estoy programando una audiencia para el 2 de julio en... I'm sorry, Your Honor, what time was that?
Goodyear Municipal Court. I'm sorry, Goodyear Municipal Court.
Yes, Your Honor. You said July 2nd. I was asking about the time.
What up, Honcho?
Oh, at 1 p.m. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Thank you, Your Honor. Entonces estoy programando una audiencia para usted el 2 de julio a la 1 de la tarde en el juzgado de Goodyear.
Mr. Fuentes Escalante, will you go to that hearing?
Señor Fuentes Escalante, ¿va usted a comparecer a esa audiencia? Yes.
Sí.
Yes.
I'm going to release you.
Hey, Jaden,
I'm
thank
gonna
you.
release
Highly
you
appreciate
today on
you.
your own recognizance.
It's all good.
Hoy lo pondré en libertad bajo palabra juratoria.
If you do not go to that hearing, an arrest warrant may issue for you.
Si no comparece a esta audiencia, es posible que se emita una orden de detención en su contra.
Go ahead, step to left. Officer has your paperwork for you.
Pase a la izquierda, la gente tiene sus documentos.
All right. Mr. Interpreter, will you inquire in the gallery if anybody else needs your services this morning?
Of course, Commissioner. Buenos días, soy el intérprete judicial. Si necesita interpretación en español en esta audiencia, por favor, levante su mano.
All right, Mr. Interpreter, we have no hands. Thank you so much for your assistance.
You're quite welcome, Your Honor. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, let the games begin. Here we go. Hopefully the pace moves
All
up
right, we're going to go to Jeffrey
quicker.
Dugan and then James Hansen, please.
Let's see what Dugan did. What do you guys think Dugan did? Let's see what it is. Let's see what it's not. He was pretty good. Yeah, he was a pretty good translator.
Morning, sir. Go ahead. State your name for the record.
Jeffrey Dugan,
And Mr. Dugan, what is your date of birth?
2388.
All right, and you were arrested yesterday on charges of discharging a firearm at a residence, a Class 2 felony, aggravated assault, Class 3 felony, discharging a firearm at a non-residence, a Class 3 felony, possession of a weapon by a prohibited person.
Oh, he's going to
Class
prison.
4 felony, discharging a firearm within city limits, a Class 6 felony, endangering
What is he looking
a
for?
Class 6 felony, carrying a weapon in the commission of a felony, a Class 6 felony, criminal damage, a Class 6 felony, disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing you an attorney. And I am setting,
Oh, wait.
Needs backup.
But wait, there's more. Wait, there's more. What would possess you to shoot into somebody's house? Why?
I need to update that.
That's bananas. You don't know who's in that house. Is that a new mic? Mine? Nah, mine is the same one.
I am appointing you an attorney. And I am setting a hearing on June 23rd at 8:30 and June 25th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a cash-only appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $500,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to other release conditions, including electronic monitoring, no returning to the scene of the alleged crime. All right, we will have your paperwork for you here in just a second. You can go ahead, Steph. You go ahead and have a seat in the back left, okay? James Hansen, please.
Oh, he's going to go to prison for quite some time. All that busting
And then
into somebody's
Roger
house.
Collins.
$500,000
All right, Mr. Hansen,
bail.
go ahead, state your name for the record.
James Dale Hanson,
And Mr. Hansen, what's your date of birth?
January 3rd, 1977.
Thank you. And you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, possession of a weapon in a drug offense, a Class 4 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for all of those, and I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 23rd at 8:30 and the next one on June 25th at 8:30. Both of those are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $25,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, I am reminding you that you may not possess weapons. Go ahead, step to the left. Rodney Collins, please.
He's probably going to go to prison too.
Morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Rodney Collins,
And Mr. Collins, what is your date of birth?
7768.
Thank you. And you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, aggravated DUI wrong-way driving, that's a Class 4 felony, carrying a weapon in connection as a felony, a Class 6 felony, and failing to admit that you were carrying a deadly weapon, that's a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. For purposes of appointing you an attorney, based upon the information that you provided to...
Man, he was out on the town dipping. Woo! And he got pulled over. Hey, what's up, my life's peachy?
Sorry. Julie.
He's probably
I am
going to the
appointing
club.
you an attorney.
Somebody got
And-
hurt. Yup. Jordan, that is right. Hey, he was feeling all good, probably
In order
drinking.
to reflect that I am appointing you an attorney, I'm setting 2 hearings on June 23rd at 8:30 and June 25th at 8:30. Both of those are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $25,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release,
Hey, what up, Samantha?
I am reminding you, you may not possess any weapons. Go ahead, step to the left.
That fool was probably listening to oldies.
Bradley Thompson, please.
He
and then
probably just
Thomas
drank some
Anderson.
adios and some AMFs, if you will. For those of you that know, you know. Adios MFers, if you will.
Hello, sir. Give me just a second.
All right. This guy seems to be in custody. Hey, thank you, Honcho. Gracias. Highly appreciate. Happy
All
Father's
right,
Day.
Ms. Thompson, go ahead and state your name for the record.
He was on that Henny.
And Ms. Thompson, what is your date of birth?
9/11/04.
Thank you. And you are here today because you were arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated assault Class 3 felony, aggravated assault Class 4 felony, resisting arrest using physical force, a Class 6 felony, and assault, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those.
Yeah.
Based upon the information that you provided to pretrial services, I am finding that you are not indigent, so I am not appointing an attorney for you today. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you.
Hey, it
I am
does,
setting
Sarah.
2 hearings in your case. The first on June 23rd at 8:30, and the next one on June 25th at 8:30.
It's
both in
strong.
the
It's strong
downtown
as hell.
Maricopa County Superior Court. I am.
That cognac.
Just a second.
When I used to drink, that's what I used to drink. I used to straight drink hen dog. And that smell, man, I could smell that smell right now. That stuff penetrates your pores.
Oh, it's the same document. Okay. I am setting a cash-only appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $50,000. In the event you are able to post that bond,
Yeah,
and secure
50
your release,
racks?
you would be subject to certain release conditions,
the Henny
including
and the yak.
electronic monitoring, and you would not be permitted to return to the scene of the alleged crime. Okay, go ahead, step left.
Yeah, man, that Henny used to make me into a monster.
Thomas Anderson, please.
5K. 5,
All right,
yeah,
Mr. Anderson, go ahead, state your name for the record.
10%.
Anderson,
Mr. Anderson, what's your date of birth?
7/18/88.
Thank you. And you are here today because...
For locals.
Um,
I never drank that.
I'm sorry, hold on.
Judge, spit it out, if you will.
A justice of the peace in Sierra Vista issued a warrant for your arrest based upon, it looks like your charges involve dangerous drugs in that county.
I was under the assumption the charges were vacated because I had just got released from prison March 4th, and I'm currently in a sober living environment, and I'm working. So when I got stopped by the police, I was very confused on why I got arrested.
So you were arrested yesterday. This warrant was confirmed as of yesterday. It was confirmed.
Going
at
back to prison, my friend.
9:46 p.m. yesterday.
Right, but I don't know why they wouldn't have said anything when I got released from prison.
That I
They
don't
didn't
know.
check.
That. So
Jaeger,
based
ooh.
on this information, what I have today, an attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be in Sierra Vista Justice Court on June 19th at 8:30 a.m. Pursuant to that arrest warrant, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $15,000. So if you are still in custody, they will detention officers will make sure you are able to attend that hearing. Either you'll get transported to that county, or you can attend remotely, so they can make that.
Since I'm still currently working, I'm staying in a sober living environment.
Forget about all
I
that.
got released from prison, doing everything well. Is there any way
Forget
I can do
about
an
it.
RO and then I can have my sober living take me to that court date?
Nope.
Because I'm looking at the warrant, and the warrant was just confirmed yesterday. No.
Because I'm in a sober living environment, so
And I
they
think
have to take me to my set appointment.
Right.
Nope.
And I understand that. I'm going to leave the warrant, the bond set where it is on this case. But you can get, and then hopefully when you
Because
get
it's
this
taking
case,
me a lot to get to where I'm at.
I
What up,
know,
Dad?
I understand that beds are really hard to come by in sober living facilities. I do understand that.
And I'm working, I'm doing everything.
She
I'm
don't
supposed to do.
care.
I'm sober, I'm
She don't care if you're
in
sober,
drug recovery, I'm doing
inebriated,
everything I'm supposed to do, and this
under the
isn't even
influence.
supposed to be there.
So the hearing date is set on June 19th at 8:30. So that's in 3 days. So hopefully, if you're still in custody at that point, it's just 3 days. So hopefully that won't and you talk to the judge at
Just
that point.
3
Hopefully
days.
That won't interrupt your recovery. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead. Step to the left.
He's gonna hit the pot. He's gonna start drinking that
Curtis Stout,
Pruno.
please.
Up next on The Price is Wrong.
All right, Mr. Stout, go ahead. Take
Just
me to the
3
record.
days.
Curtis Elijah Stout, April 3rd, 1985.
Thank you. And you are here on 3 matters. So we're going to start by talking about your Maricopa County Superior Court matters first, okay? I know you were arrested yesterday, but we're going to work our way backwards to that. All right. So you have 2 matters currently pending before the Maricopa County Superior
Just
Court.
3 days, if you will.
CR 2024-102922 matter. In that matter, the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued a warrant for your failure to appear. I'm not appointing you an attorney in that matter because if you are entitled to have an attorney appointed, one should already have been appointed for you. You may, of course, always retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing in that matter on June 23rd at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in that matter in the amount of $750. Now, you are also here because
Thank you for the follow.
the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on a direct complaint matter. That direct complaint alleges that on or about December 6, 2024, you committed the offense of taking the identity of another, a Class 4 felony. On or about December 6, 2024, you committed the offense of theft of credit card or obtaining credit card by fraudulent means, a Class 5 felony, and on or about December 6, 2024, you committed the offense of fraudulent use of a credit card, a Class 1 misdemeanor. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on June 23rd at 8:30 and June 25th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in that case in the amount of $1,000. Now, finally, you
Talk
are
about bad
here
luck, Drea.
because you were arrested yesterday on charges of obtaining services without paying, which is a misdemeanor. Did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney in that matter. And I'm setting a hearing in Surprise Municipal Court on June 24th at 1:30 p.m. In that matter, I am setting a $50 secured appearance bond as a placeholder so that you can get time in credit for time in custody in that matter. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Steph.
So this guy stole somebody's identity. The other guy before this guy, he had a warrant.
Calvin.
They didn't say what the warrant was, but he had gone to prison, and then he came out, and he thought that the warrant went away when he got released, and then he got pulled over yesterday, and guess what? The warrant didn't disappear, and he's in jail now. He's a gonzo.
All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Joaquin Calvin,
All right, Mr. Calvin, what's your date of birth?
1997.
Thank you. All right, you have 3 matters before the court this morning. So we're going to go ahead and talk about your new charges. You were arrested earlier today on possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those, and I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting 2 hearings in your new case, the first on June 23rd at 8:30 and the next one on June 25th at 8:30. Both of those are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your new matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. Now, you are currently on probation in 2 Maricopa County cases. And in each of those cases, the court has issued warrants for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation. In both of those probation violations, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on June 23rd at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In the CR 2025-111770 matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. In your CR 2022-006706 matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000.
It's kind of hard to sleep in those
bonds and secure your
tanks.
release. I am reminding you, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Okay, go ahead, step the left.
Like people are making noises.
Alejandro Romero, please, and then Ronnie Reyes.
They don't have any beds you could sleep in. You're sleeping in a freaking chair. You're sleeping on the floor, or if you get lucky, you get a toilet roll and you use that as your pillow. And then you got people passing gas. Man, it's just the whole experience is just not a very memorable experience, if you will. If you for those of you that haven't experienced it, I don't recommend it.
Name for the record.
Alejandro Romero,
Mr. Romero, what's your date of birth?
June 27, 1994.
Thank you. And you are here today because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation, in your case, CR 2021-139954. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on June 23rd at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in that matter in the amount of $1,500. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right, go ahead, step the left. Ronnie Reyes, please, and then Jasmine Carter.
Damn, that fool got picked up on sandals. How are you going to be out there committing crimes in sandals? How do you expect to get away from the cops? Like, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Come on now. You got to stay suited and booted.
All
Hey, what's
right,
up, Stephen Ray?
Sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Ronnie George Reyes,
And Mr. Reyes, what's your date of birth?
11/17/1966.
I'm sorry, what is your date of birth?
11/17/1966.
Okay, I am showing that your date of birth is January 1st, 1966.
Oh, right.
No sé. I don't know. I don't remember.
November 11th.
November 11th.
17th.
17?
1966.
66? What the what?
Okay, so you're saying
I'm on the
it's
Hearst
November
shirts.
11th,
That's right, Stephen.
1966?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go ahead and update that, although your date of birth is going to show on, I think I can update my paperwork here, but your paperwork will show that it's 1/1/1966. Okay. Huh? Oh, there's no date of birth. Okay. Thank you. All right. You were arrested yesterday on criminal trespass charges, trespass in a public service or facility, Sky Harbor, which is a Class 5 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 23rd at 8:30 and the next one on June 25th at 8:30. Both of those are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $1,500, okay? All right, go ahead, step to left. Officer, we'll have your paperwork for you. Jasmine Carter, please.
And that fool has his shirt on backwards. I knew his shirt looked off. I just looked right now when he was walking away. You could see the V on his backside. This fool over here put on his shirt backwards. Come on now. You know he's on a good one.
All right, Ms. Carter, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Jasmine Carter,
And Ms. Carter, what is your date of birth?
June 1st, 1985.
Hey, wake up, come on.
Thank you. All right, and you are here today because Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in CR 2023-000603. In that probation violation matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting a hearing on June 23rd at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in that matter in the amount of $750. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you will need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
They look closed.
Go ahead, step to left.
Like, damn, girl, wake up. You definitely don't want to be sleeping in court, especially when it has to do with your life.
Please.
You want to be all there. It just goes to show how much people don't care about themselves or their lives. Damn, this fool's tall.
All right, Mr. Howard, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Avi Howard,
What up, Raven?
And Mr. Howard, what is your date of birth?
May 31st, 95.
Thank you. All right, you were arrested yesterday on charges of criminal trespass in the first degree.
I was right across the street from my house, and I thought the cops were just gonna let me go, and they arrested me and brought me. I've never been arrested before.
Okay.
But they decided to bring me here.
Okay, so we're going to get to that. We're going to talk about that. Let me get through this piece, and then we'll talk about that. Okay. So you were arrested for criminal trespass in the first degree, residential yard. That's a misdemeanor. Disorderly conduct, it's a misdemeanor. Possession of drug paraphernalia, a felony, and possession of dangerous drugs, a felony. I did find probable cause for all of those, and I am appointing you an attorney. So I'm looking at your.
That's right, Anthony. Hell yeah. You're gonna go pick him up? We're gonna need some updates.
So you're working. Are you working? It looks like you're working full time.
Yeah, I work at the Marriott and I work at Shake Shack.
Okay. All right. And how long? And where do you live?
I live in Surprise.
Okay, but you were saying you live right across the street from where this happened.
Yeah, right across the street.
Okay, and do you have family here in Arizona?
I do.
Okay. Do you have? I mean, do you have people that you care for?
I don't want them that. Yeah, I take care of my family, like my brothers and stuff, but I don't want them to know that I was here.
Okay. They're about to find out, homeboy.
That can be stressful in a family environment. All right.
Too late for
when
that.
Are you scheduled to work next?
Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Wait, what is?
Don't tell nobody,
Monday
guys.
morning.
Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday. All right. You
Should have put a paper
Right,
bag
according
over his
to
head
Form
if he
411,
didn't want
you were
them to
in
know.
somebody else's backyard, and you realize that you can't go into other people's backyards, right?
Right.
Okay.
I hate when I do that.
The PSAT, I am gonna. If I give you a hearing date, will you go to that?
Absolutely.
And you're telling me this is the first time you've been in trouble?
Yeah, I'm military, so.
Oh
I've
snap!
been home for about 3 years now. This is just like something. That's why I was so scared about it.
Okay.
Damn it,
All right, sir.
homeboy.
I'm going to go ahead and release you today on your own recognizance. You are going to be subject to certain release conditions, and we'll go over those in just a second.
It sounds like that.
I'm setting hearings in your case, the first on July 1st at 8:30 and the second one on July 3rd at 8:30. Both of those are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to those?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you need to make a point to go to those, because if you don't go to those, a warrant may issue for your arrest and you'll be right back here, okay?
Okay.
All right. Like I said, I'm releasing you today on your own recognizance. I am saying in my order that you may not go back to the scene of the alleged crime. That's your neighbor's backyard. Don't go back there. No contact with the alleged victim. That would be your neighbor, right? Okay. All right.
What the hell was he doing in his neighbor's backyard? That's what I want to know.
Point those out. You make sure you go to your hearing.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I will.
Not a good look.
Sir, go ahead.
Not a good look, homeboy. We're just going to go ahead and do
right,
a
Urban
precautionary
Rental.
awa. Drop one, flush one. Because we got a lot of questions about hanging out in your neighbor's backyard.
All right, Mr. Rendon, go ahead. State your name for the record.
Irving Rendon,
Mr. Rendon, what's your date of birth?
11/18/1990.
Thank you. And you are here today because you were arrested yesterday on disorderly conduct, a misdemeanor assault, misdemeanor criminal damage, misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. Because of the nature of the charges, you are not entitled to have me appoint an attorney here for you today. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on July 3rd at 9 a.m. Will you go to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. However, you are subject to certain release conditions, and those are set forth in your paperwork. You may not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged
Maybe that's the
victim.
style.
You may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim or go to an alleged victim's residence.
Understand?
Okay, go ahead, step left.
Thank you.
Blas Haro, please.
Could be.
Hello.
We got some real
Mr. Haro, go
weirdos
ahead, state
today.
your name for the record.
Blas Adam Harrell,
All right, and Mr. Haro, which date of birth?
10/10/1974.
Thank you. And you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for those. I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on July 1st at 8:30 and the next one on July 3rd at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to those?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to release you to pretrial services today. That
Cody,
means
thank
you
you.
need to register with pretrial services, and they will do things like help you get to your court hearings, okay?
Okay.
All right, go ahead, step left. Jarek, I'm sorry, I felt like I was yelling there. Jarek Addo, please.
You were, Your Honor. Next!
All right, Mr. Addo, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Damn, what's up with this boy's hair?
Oh, I'm so sorry. And Mr. Addo, what is your date of birth?
June 9th, 1994.
Thank you. And you are here today because you were arrested yesterday on charges of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, a misdemeanor, and criminal damage, a misdemeanor. I did find probable cause.
Hey, he has
for
that
those.
thing going on that
Charges
Frankenstein's
that
wife
you
has.
are
The
not
white thing on the
entitled to
hair?
appoint an attorney here for you today. However, you may
I don't know
of
what
course retain an
Frankenstein's
attorney
wife's
at
name
your
is.
own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on July 2nd at 1 p.m. in the Goodyear Municipal Court. Will you go to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to release
Oh,
you
my-
today
oh,
on
Myra.
your own recognizance. Keep in mind, however, that your release is subject to certain conditions, including not returning to the scene of the alleged
Morticia?
crime. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead, step left.
Mrs. Frankenstein? Hey, that is not. I might be out of touch with the youngins,
Please, and then Alan Nieves.
but that shit don't look cool. Hey, what up, Braydon?
Sorry about that. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Daniel Montano,
And Mr. Montano, what is your date of birth?
5/14/96.
Thank you. And you are here
Not cute.
because
Kid and
the
play.
Manistee Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in their matter involving driving with a suspended or revoked license. with an offense date of on or about April 30th of 2025.
I'm a bit under the weather,
that
but I'm
matter,
here.
I am not appointing you an attorney because based upon the charges, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney here for you today. You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on July 2nd at 10:30 in the Manistee Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. You do need to go to that hearing or another arrest warrant may issue, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead, step left. All right, officers, I think that's everybody.
What up, Nikki?
Okay. All right. We have 3 house calls today. These individuals are not able to be with us because they are a danger to self, a danger to others, or otherwise not able to function for being with us here in court today. Our first house call is Alan Nieves. Mr. Nieves' date of birth is June 13th of 1997. Mr. Nieves is here with us today because
He's unable to function, ma'am.
he is unable to function. All right. And the East Mesa Justice Court issued a warrant for his arrest. And this is an initial arrest warrant based upon assault allegations stemming from an incident on October 22nd of 2024. In this matter, hold on, just.
Come on, Your Honor. So house calls are for
the
people
nature
that
of the
are.
charges. Mr. Nieves is not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for him here today. However, of course, he may, of course, retain his own attorney. My intention at this point is to release him on his own recognizance. However, well, I should go back. And therefore, I'm setting a hearing on July 2nd at 9 a.m. All right, our second house call is Oscar Reyes. Mr. Reyes's date of birth is March 27th of 1992. Mr. Reyes is here because he is also unable to function because the Arrowhead Justice Court issued a warrant for his arrest for failure to appear in his matter involving excessive speed and driving with a suspended or revoked license, both of which occurred on or about January 1st of 2025. Because of the nature of the charges, Mr. Reyes is not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for him here today. However, of course, he may retain an attorney at his own expense to represent him. I am setting a hearing my intention at this point is to release Mr. Reyes on his own recognizance, and I am setting a hearing on July 1st at 2 p.m. in the Arrowhead Justice Court. Our last house call is Jeremiah McPherson. Mr. McPherson's date of birth is April 12th of 1994. Mr. McPherson is here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued
I went yesterday,
on
Nikki.
allegations that he violated his probation in cases CR 2022-104865 and CR 2024-158856. In each of those matters, I am appointing him an attorney, and in each of those matters, I am setting a hearing on June 23rd at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In his 22 matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500, and in his 24 matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. All right, if anything changes once I talk to Mr. Nieves, Mr. Reyes, or Mr. McPherson, I will update my written orders in their cases. All right, and with that, we are going to stand adjourned from the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar, and we are going to stand in recess until the 2 p.m. initial appearance calendar, and we are off.
I know. So some of you guys were asking me where we're gonna go next. Right now, I'm actually gonna take a break. My daughter's up already, so I gotta go ahead and focus on her for a bit. We gotta do some drawings and whatnot. If not, then she'll come over and take us hostage, and we'll be doing hangmans and whatnot. Anyhow, hey, I do appreciate you guys. I will be back later on. I'm not sure what time though. Just make sure you got your alerts on and whatnot. I am collect call James. Hey, what's up, Chad? Man, you showing up late today. Hey, I am collect call James. You are watching. You have a collect call from. And like I said around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it slides out. And with that, we are out. A rato.